can you think of like cultural programs that you've implemented to keep teams aligned with like the reality of customers, like customer problems of the day, things like internal newsletters or just like meetings that you have internally that are outside of like those teams channels or even like KPI incentives that are tied to customer satisfaction? I feel like everything being proposed is, something that like it starts with like a digital program, customer initiative, or new logo campaign. Like it needs to start with why, like what is the customer insight? Do you agree with that? What are your thoughts there?
Absolutely. And I think that there are different ways, like you said, I have and I have been pushing for it as a culture change, at least in marketing, is every brief or however every brief, every proposal that you're bringing in needs to start with a customer insight. Why is this? What is the customer needing here? Why are you proposing this? What problem for the customer is this going to solve for? And I'll tell you, Phil, it's difficult, because it's like you're changing the DNA of a company, of a team. But these are, and this needs to, you need to think of it as tops down. Is you have to build that discipline, in how you operate, and you do the same, walking in every like in letting them know how you approach at solving problems. But it needs to, so for us, every meeting, every proposal has to start with a why. Like what is a customer insight that is driving this? The other thing for us has been very effective in our organization is we have this stand up. So for us, we call it the Digital Customer Experience Council, but it's a monthly cross-functional meeting that we have, which is attended by product, by CX, by marketing, by GTM teams, where we share, what we are working on, but more from a customer standpoint, right? So, well, there is a customer unification program going on in the product team, as an example. So that just gives us more information, like I might like in marketing to really think of, okay, what are they doing? How can we cross pollinate? Are there areas of integration or efficiencies we can bring in? We're right now, so that's the type of I think way that is helping at least people understand, how do you really share these customer themes and this competitive information that someone else is using for their own needs, but then how we can incorporate it in our competitive takeout campaign, as an example. So like that I think is another excellent way in an organization as you're building, that culture of how you do it. And then that's the other thing which we're getting to is that the every meeting, like every strategy deck, everything that we do needs to start with the slide, like needs to, like slide word doc needs to start with a customer insight. Like that's the other thing. It's, again, like I said, takes time, but these are few things, and it should be at every level, right? Like it should be even at a CEO, at the CEO level, is you need to show that you are breathing, like you live and breathe, customer sentiment. And that's how I think that these customer obsessed companies get built. This customer obsessed cultures get created, and just it's easier said than done. And therefore,
Yeah.
a lot of companies and executives say we are customer obsessed and customer first. You need to really wonder, is that
Yeah.
truly the case?